Hello, everyone. So I'm going to show you some things with the S9 compared to the other video of the ZR. Now, the S9 does not have a hot shoe. It does not have a 32-bit float. It does not have a CF Express card. But it does have an SD card in the battery well like the ZR. And it doesn't have the 4-inch screen. But what it does have is it's a little bit smaller, a little bit compact, but it packs a punch also. And let me show you why. So as you can see here, I moved it back a little bit. In fact, I might have to do this just for now. There's a little kit from Case Logic, which I like very much. If you open it up, got my USB-C cable. I got a power plug, to charge the S9. You don't need a power delivery one. So you can use like a cell phone plug, whatever. Here's my Zedio tripod with a small rig head, which I don't really like that much. I like the, what is it? The ProMaster ball head I like using. But if I open it up, you see 45 millimeter in the S9. If you look in the case right here, I got a battery charger with the power plug also, with USB-C cable. Okay, and with this, you can connect it to a computer, or with the power plug, I can connect the power plug with the USB-C cable to this, and it'll charge any battery. Or you can just plug right into the camera. So anyhow, this is what I've been shooting with. The 45 millimeter f2.8 past 2 days. Small, compact, made out of metal and glass. Even the lens hood is out of glass. I'm sorry, out of metal. Line up the dots to right about here. That dot to that dot. The only thing I don't like about these lenses, it's very easy to move this, but as you can see, it clicks. But that's not what I'm here for. I'm going to show you some things that I like, what this camera can do. So let's turn it on. And when you go to the menu, I love the dial. If I don't have a little joystick, this is fine. It's a lot smaller than the ZR. I got a small rig base plate handle on it. And this is good for ARC tripods. So let's go into the menu. Let me do it this way. And I'm going to zoom in. And that should be good enough. I mean, I could make it a little bit bigger. All right. So when you want to do camera mode or video mode and stuff, the movie is right there. Your PASM dial is right there. You got your intelligent auto, which is automatic, which most people use. You got your slow and quick, and then you got 3 more settings that you can use on top. You got a record button right here for video. You got a little button for your exposure compensation, and you got a dial right here for surrounding your shutter release button. Your LUT button, you can add LUTs, but you have to put it in, instead of SDR, you have to put it in your RAW, your autofocus on, your Q button or I button for Nikon. Canon has a Q button, and I think Sony, I forget the button that Sony has. Your play button, your trash can or going back, and then your display. So let's get in the menu that I want to show you. You can scroll like here, but what I found really neat in the wrench, and I want to show you a whole bunch of stuff that this camera packs that ZR is missing. So you know your clock, your time zone. They have sensor cleaning, which it has, firmware version. You can format the card, power save mode if you want to. I have it all turned off. The video record limit is off. I haven't been recording more than 30 minutes at the most, so I'm not worried about any overheating. I got the monitor right here for 60 frames per second. You can go down to 30. Monitor settings, you can do different things with the light, the colors, whatever. But then, of course, the monitor backlight, you can make it brighter. They have a level gauge adjust. Beeping for different sounds, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, USB, for charging mode, HDMI connection. They got a whole bunch of stuff. All right. They got an HLG view assist and a LUT assist. Okay. And of course, you can save your to custom mode, load a custom mode. Now, we're going to go into the Q menu, not the Q menu, but you touch ISO. Let's go to where I want to see. They have a night mode where, let's say, if you're stargazing stuff, they can turn everything off. Display settings, different ways you can look at. Focal length is on. I like to see how far or the distance is between the subject and you and what lens you're using. If you have a zoom, it'll tell you the right meter. The subject is away. So you can see all the different stuff. I got a framing outline, like rule of thirds, log view, HLG. Now, look at this. This is what the ZR doesn't have. Anamorphic squeeze display. Now, most external monitors, if you do use it, will have that function. This is supposed, I think, come to the ZR, because the ZR also has to have a USB-C for recording eternally to an SD card. They don't have that yet. Those are the two things that they're missing. But you can see zebra pattern, waveform, vector scope, red record frame indicator. So when you're recording something, you see a frame. record output. You can add the information, or like if you go into the menu screen, if you have that on, other people can see that. And then it just has a whole bunch of stuff that amazes me. And of course, uh, let's go back. So, photo style. I'm trying to find the menu, folks. Okay, filter. All right. I've been recording 4K 30. All right. But just wanted to show you, I can go all the way to 6K. And it's 420 10-bit. All right. But it's kind of like a 6K, whatever. But you can look at the different settings for the ZR. Now, this is supposed to be open gate if you go into LUTs, but it's not that much difference, all right? This is H.265. And of course, a whole bunch of stuff. What I like is the different things that you can target for from human, animal, car, motorcycle, train, airplane. I guess birds are with animal. It does a pretty good job. I do head and body. And I think that's about it. Oh, I got focus speaking on video. Okay. So if we go into the camera, all right, 16 by 9, I leave it there, but look what it has. It has that big panoramic 65 by 24 or 2 by 1. You can have the 3.2 or 3 by 2, TV 4 by 3, and then of course the box 1 by 1. I just have it on JPEG. 20 megabytes is pretty large. Dual native ISO, so it'll go 400, 800. And then let's see, I turn that off, dynamic range. But you can see all the settings right there. But I want to show you this. So I added some features that's in the menu, and I'm playing around with it. So you have a function buttons right here, where you do Wi-Fi. You can change that if you want. Function 2. You can add a couple more. You can go here to, I think it's a joystick. I'm not sure. I don't want to show you something that haven't tried yet. But if we go back here, what I like about this is the tight and wide. Now watch this. This is 45 millimeters going to 140. Okay. Now you can see an object, and what I'll do is this. Put this in the menu. Trying to show you something. Yeah, I'll do it like that. And I'll focus it. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So there's the dog. All right. Now watch this. If I hit this, yeah, better hold it like that. If I hit this, watch this. See how it zooms in and out? So I've been showing on the ZR that you can do the same thing with certain lenses, okay? PZ lens. This is not a PZ lens. This is built into the camera. And it's using a third-party lens to do it with. All this is built into this little camera. So what am I talking about? Why am I showing you all this? Well, no hot shoe, all right? But if you want a good recording, and this has a good internal voice recording, but you can still plug it in to your mic. The only other thing that I thought was a little strange was that the USB-C and the micro HDMI, which a lot of people hate, but it doesn't bother me. You can get stuff to fix it in, whatever, but it's on the right-hand side, okay? So if you're holding, and if you're right-handed, and you're having external, you would have to get a cage um, for your rig. But what I like about it is over here, even if you use a microphone, shotgun microphone, what most camera dealer or people do is they can't do their flippy screen all the way. This one you can. So if I had a microphone out here, I have no problem doing this. So it was just a few things I want to show in the S9. Now I'm going to go outside, and I am going to show you some things that you don't have a cat for taking care of rodents and stuff that try to get into your home and warm up for the winter.